Today is December 7th, 2024. Yesterday on the 6th, on the way over to Baldwin, I was talking to my boyfriend in the car. I said, these people are so crazy. They, uh, they thought they could pay off some dirty doctor to write up, oh, she was found insane. And you have to have a competency hearing. You have a right to it. There has to be a court order. You're assigned a guardian, a social worker. You're explained why you're found insane. And that you're on disability. They can't just take your rights away. You just can't pay off a dirty doctor. I said, because if that was true, you could pay off any dirty doctor, have anybody listed insane, and steal everything they got. And people wouldn't have rights. There has to be a court order. The judge finds you insane. You have a right to a legal representation. Your own doctors to dispute it. And a judge has to take your rights away. You still have rights, by the way. Insanity is not curable. It's right on Google. Okay? I want you to think about that. It's right on Google. It's not curable. Your brain's damaged. I take care of people like that. And they still have rights. Even though they have guardians, social workers, and a court order. Now, if you even think about the main mental disorders, well, psychopaths, which these people are, on a PET scan of the brain, where everything lights up, that works, okay? They do not feel sympathy, empathy, or remorse. Their part of the brain doesn't work there. They feel happy, joy, excitement, and anger with no consequences. It's like they're born stupid. They're the born serial killers. There's no cure for it. Now, sociopaths are narcissists, self-absorbed people. They only care about themselves, and they're taught lawlessness in their society, their groups, is acceptable. Okay? Now, if you go into schizophrenia, the word schizo is how they think. Their brain's malfunctioned, it's damaged. They think they have people living inside of them besides themselves. They have crazy thinking. They have to be on medication and monitored because they can only calm some of the symptoms. Okay? Alright? Now, the other one, there is bipolar. Bipolar is highs and lows. They're happy, joy, excitement. Can't sleep for a couple weeks. And then they crash. And they're so tired they can't get out of bed. They're so depressed they want to kill themselves. So they give them medication to stop the misfires of that part of the brain. Okay? These people have to be on medication and monitored. They cannot live a normal, healthy life. Menial jobs at the minimum. Okay? Those people don't feel sorry for other people. They don't have it in them because their brain's damaged. That's why they have social workers and court-appointed ones. And court-appointed guardians. They're on Social Security disability. Okay? So where these people said, oh, they thought they could pay off a dirty doctor, that they could write it up. You can't pay off a dirty doctor just to write something up. Because if you're saying Social Security disability owes me 25 years from where I was really sick before the medication error medical malpractice, that they owe me 25 years of Social Security, and they owe me millions of dollars of back pay. I have no pride. I'll take it. You want to be stupid? I'll be stupid back. No, you cannot just pay off a dirty doctor. I would own them. Give me a name. Give me a name. I'd own them. HIPAA violations. Doctors are sworn for the right to privacy. They can't talk about you without your consent, written or verbal. It's like attorney-client privileges. Doctor-patient. I would own them. You want to make Karen a millionaire? Give me a name. Like December 31st, 23. Altman emergency room nurses talking, my God, nobody's to talk to these people. They had some guy impersonate a doctor, selling people's information. The hospital will get sued. Make me a millionaire. Give me a name. And my God, nobody's going to back those doctors from before. My God, they were lying so bad they said you have brain tumors. And it was the medication making her sick before. And the only thing that was wrong with her was her muscles locked up, and they were causing everything else with medication errors and ripping her off. No one's going to back people making people sick with medication errors and lying. Cops walked by that worked my case. All those doctors were lying before. Yes, it was a medication making her sick. None of this is funny. Almost died from medical malpractice before 2002. And it's documented medical malpractice and medication errors. Last year, people in North Canton were talking. What are they saying? They're going to try to get one of those doctors that almost killed her? And it's already deemed medical malpractice. Try to get them to say something? And it's already deemed medical malpractice. Is that what they're doing? Give me a name. Oh, please give me a name. And make me a very, very rich woman. See, you haven't thought out your scam. See, where the cops said we always knew it wasn't a doctor. Because none of her doctors could talk to anybody. Because they have a violations, they'd have to be arrested. It's a stupid drug scam. There's a drug group, it was on Google in Cleveland, for scamming people, openly selling drugs, doing crimes openly in front of people. They called themselves, this one guy, a kingpin. They mentioned there was kingpins in my case too. They talked about them. Called themselves kingpins. Openly sold drugs in front of people. Openly did crimes in front of people. Just like the one in Cleveland. They're in jail. Okay. Well, I was talking to my boyfriend in the car. We went to Red Lobster. You guys are so lucky he needs a hearing aid and got to the doctor. Yeah, he's got an appointment. People talk around me and thank God he can't hear them. They were talking behind me. Nobody thought it was funny when she said they thought they could pay off some dirty doctor. And nobody thought she had the right to have a competency hearing. Insanity. It's right on Google. It's not curable. Your brain's damaged. That's why you have to have a court hearing for a judge to appoint someone over you. And explain it to you. Then you still have rights. They said, well, she's an informant. They were around making fun of her. Hmm? And then they were saying, those two guys that are over her case were saying they were part of the people from before. Hmm? And that means they would have been the ones hurting her. I know you don't want to say that. They said nobody trusts her with them at all, and what they'll let happen to her. Don't trust me with them. They fed me to the drug cartel and took my money. Matter of fact, where I called the hotline and that agent told on me and confessed under recorded line, he told on me. Okay. Bullies me. And he told the church people, admitted he was going along with conspiracy to commit murder. Laughed at me. Made fun of me for some guy named Pete's tapes. Pete, and he had some kind of tapes of stalking me and how he's running a scam on me and how I didn't know he was laughing at me. Still never met him. There was nothing funny about that conversation. It made me beg for my life, then list me informant with money and immunity. Then threatened me if I told, even though he's confessed he told everyone. Okay? Can't do that. It's illegal. You do know within about 3 months of the case, I called down there. He was no longer with the FBI. The lady that answered the phone said no, he no longer worked for the FBI. She wouldn't explain anything. See, my one friend worked at the Stark County Prosecutor's Office. He said, Kieran, he said, all the police know that agent is only a higher police officer. It takes a judge to put a gag order on you. Police and agents are just police officers. They don't have authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. And I said, well, I already confessed he told. He can't tell on you either. He can't bully you into false statements. You get the money for working the case and only for working the case. And you don't realize you're in one of the many witness protection programs. Informants are different. You stay yourself. You feed them information. Get the money for risking your life to get the government information. He can't put restrictions on it that he doesn't even have authority to say. He was only bullying you. And the police would know that. You get the money for risking your life. And they owe you for the rest of your life. And you don't realize, being in a witness protection program, you can never get out. You get paid for the rest of your life for risking your life to get the government information. They can't withhold it. They can't misdirect it. You can't do any of that. Okay? And the police know that. They can't go along with any of that. Okay? He said he was only bullying you so they get away with this. He said, my fear is if something happened to that agent, while your case is still going on, you got boxed up and you're in a file. And your FBI case is still going on. And you're in a file room somewhere. And that's why all this happened to you. He said, if somebody else didn't pick up your case, that's why all this happened. Well, the one guy over my case wasn't there within 3 months. Now, he either took my money and ran, got fired or arrested. See, when I talked to Sheriff David and Mike DeWine's cousin, he said the same thing as your local police law. He said they should have arrested that agent the first day for the way he talked to you. He can't tell you can't say anything. Get the money for working the case. And nobody could be in your home before. Not even the FBI. Even the prosecutor's office said that. Police told me that too. Criminal attorney. It's a right to privacy over your house. We know everything's digital. They can put your head on somebody else's body, your hair color, your eye color, outfits, scenery, change anything. You take words out of sentences, other sentences, tape over, make you look like saying something you didn't. They could even, in those date rape amnesia drugs that make you sleepwalk, mind controlling drugs. They call them mind controlling drugs. Okay? And that they could control anybody for 4 to 6 hours. He said, we all know you're sleepwalking. And you're under someone else's control. We all know about them. It's your local police law. See, that's where the Stark County Prosecutor's Office is a fraud scheme. They made the biggest mistake. They did it in your home. So, and that's where the police have told me it's illegal to look and listen. It's the right to privacy. Nobody had a right in your home. Where Dave told people to hire Pete on his own. It's Pete and his men. Okay, and that's why they made fun of FBI agent John, da-da-da-da. The more likely where they say Will says this and Will says that, there's a good chance it's Bill from the Freemasons that was caught with the Florida human traffickers, where he's hacked into the police's system and he's coming across. Because that one guy was no longer with FBI within 3 months of the case started. You know, it'd be awful if my money's sitting in a case file. I wish one of the sheriffs or marshals would find out. There is a court order in Stark County for protective custody case. And the Stark County sheriffs work at the U.S. Marshals, some of the Canton Police. Ask them. It's out of this area in another sheriff department, isn't that Karensville? The one we're supposed to keep an eye on when we see her out. We heard there's a group of Freemasons caught with the human traffickers under police surveillance with a court order. Oh boy, I can't wait to look her up, or they're going to get their eyes full. See, there's a real FBI case. And like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office, until the FBI puts you in another witness protection program, you'll stay an informant for life. You can never get out. These people actually try to kill you. They could wait and try to kill you again. But the FBI has to put you in another witness protection program. And you get the money for risking your life. My one neighbor went down to the U.S. Marshals. And, because he's seen the drug cartel, the big drug guys, at Faith Family Church telling people they were FBI working my case. Okay? There were U.S. Marshals. There was a guy where they were following me around that was connected to the case. They saved him from the human traffickers. My neighbor got to meet him. Where the police said, watch me. You need to be proud of yourself. You helped save a lot of lives. After, with everything that you lived through, we got so much information on these people because of what you lived through. You helped save a lot of lives. I cried and cried when I read his text that he met one of the people. They say, after everything, I've been raped, I've been tortured, my skull crushed in, got a dent in the back of my head, I stutter when I get really upset. I was human trafficked, raped by strangers, drugged till I lost 70 pounds, almost shot in the head driving, had a hide on a shooting night before Christmas 18. I faced 6 stalkers. I lived through hell. And part of me wants to say, why was it my life worth saving? I know others were saved, but why wasn't I worth saving? You can then say you sacrificed one to save hundreds. I like my damn money. I wanted to help my family. I earned it, damn it. Times 4. Information on Dave and the Churches, my ass. And mention nothing about no drug cartels and drug lords. That's nuts. You won't play with those people. It wasn't you going through that, it was me. Okay? Alright. It should be December 16th. of 2018. I met my friend Darlene down at Bob Evans in Belden. We go in and we sit down. There's a guy behind me. He's 6 to 7 foot tall. He's huge. He's as big as a lumberjack. His thighs were as big as my waist. He was enormous. He was white. He was bald. He had a real long red beard, black square glasses. He's sitting with a crazy blonde lady. He's like, I'm Karen's handler. Those are my men, AJ boys. And there's a group of 4 men. One of them has white hair with his hair part on the side, and he's waving at me, smiling. He's a big Karen fan. He watches Dave and Karen in bed for hours. The crazy blonde lady's like, I'm a psychiatrist. They're all drug cartel. Okay? Because on December 21st, 18, I got stabbed in the neck, bashed in the back of the head, beaten, raped, and left for dead. Okay, I was out for 6 hours. In January of 2019, we're in Bob Evans. Those 4 men that he called his men, and they told people they were handlers' men. One of them yelled at the white-haired guy with his hair parted on the side, you idiot, you left your comb over there. Well, I had almost a naked lady laying next to me that he's admitting to holding me down during the attack. Dixie, my daughter-in-law, and the police also seen him stalking me clear into Maslin several times. The bald guy with the long red beard and black glasses was here in Louisville in 19, and John seen him in Minerva McDonald's. He had Riley with him. We went to McDonald's after church. He was in there. Okay? They're drug cartel. His men almost killed me and stopped me. Okay? My boyfriend said somebody in the gas station was complaining about some guy being almost 7 foot tall. Coming in there, I said he wasn't bald with a long red beard, was he? He said, I don't know, I can find out. There was also 4 men that were almost 7 foot tall. They were white with black hair. They were dressed all in black. And their boots were like work boots, but they were shiny, like they were brand new and polished. You would almost think military because they were so shiny. And when they showed up in 19, nobody showed up. And they would make comments, if she doesn't find a way out, we'll pull her out when we get back. And they left, and I don't know who they were. But people were afraid of them. Okay? The police will have surveillance of all these people. My phone is bugged from the FBI and the police from that investigation. And they would have recordings of all this. Plus, there should be an undercover officer with a body camera around me. And especially in 19, there was a lot of them. My brother even seen about 6 or 8 of my guards in Medina follow me up there. CSC Bank, people were talking, Karen's got her own security here. I seen Officer Mark and another guy run out of the back when Gabe got in a wreck. My grandson. My phone was going off. I walked outside and Danny's like, hey, Gabe got in a wreck. I said, is he okay? Yeah, da-da-da-da, my grandson. Well, I look over and Officer Mark and the other guy runs out. Oh my goodness, Gabe got in a wreck. We'll have to go check on him. Okay? But one of the sheriffs do need to, find out if I am in a file room. That would be interesting. My money is in there. That'd be great. I want to help my kids. I earned that money, damn it. And these people run around, oh, we can extort money. You can never extort money out of people. You go to jail for it as racketeering. You can't, racketeering is drugs, rape, threats, and attempted extortion. They're so stupid in their scams of fake sodium pentothal reports, date rape, amnesia drugs, and photoshopping and washing, and being stupid enough to make fun of FBI agent John and everybody else and confess all these crimes in front of the cops and the police. It's documented by the police. I am framed in drug cartel tapes, and the drug cartel did it. They fired the drug cartel. That's who was in my home before. And that bill from the Freemasons, he may be the one claiming he's well. He's with the Florida human traffickers. They already confronted him, the Freemasons and Minerva McDonald's. He had them stalk me clear down into Minerva and said, Bill, you paid over almost, what was it, $800,000. And it was like March of 19, I already paid that much. Having everybody following her around, and you tell everybody you like her, and you're too afraid to meet her, and she won't even look at you. He's paying people to follow me around, say stuff to me. And these people have almost shot me in the head driving. There's a shooting night. People have been killed. I had to hide not to get murdered. Phase 6 stalkers. I've been bashed in the back of the head, beaten, raped, and left for dead, and drugged until I'm losing massive amount of weight and can't even hardly keep saliva down at times. And you want to say you're paying people to follow me and do stuff? Yeah, I won't look at you, stinking criminal. Are you the one claiming to be well? And you've hacked into the police system? Because the other sheriff department already knows about your involvement in the human traffickers. You and your group. You're caught under police surveillance with a court order. See, I was in Trinity Gospel in October, November of 22. This lady comes in, I'm sitting there with my client. And she's like, Karen's okay anymore. We found the protected custody case. I thought, who are you? Stark County Sheriff's, I'll tell you who they work at. The guy said, well, the agent that returned her phone call from the hotline, it's been documented and verified. He was the one that told on her before he spoke to her. Oh, my Lord. And they walk out. I get my client home. He turns on FBI files. Protected custody cases. Looks at me and smiles great big. Karen, you ever been part of one of those? I'm like, that's a personal question. He started laughing at me. Karen around the house. Karen's will, it's still open. Go up in NACRA and they'll openly talk about it. We all know our case is a nationwide human trafficking scam. All the human traffickers caught under police surveillance with court order. From the Kingsman from Texas, Gentleman's Club from Florida, Henry Moffitt. California drug dealers, Buffalo, New York, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Kentucky, North and South Carolina, Maryland, and drug dealers in Georgia, human traffickers, Florida human traffickers. You pull the case in December of 18, January 19, in the mall they live in, say where they're taking people to Florida and selling them. That they have special orders of people they want stolen. In Massillon, they will tell people that they're taking people to Florida running experiments on them. These people were brazen, rude, and like they told Etta, they live in an apartment December 9, 21 at 4 p.m. All the days before were them and not her. And it's just a bunch of men doing as many crimes as they can to see if someone would actually stop them. These people confess they photoshopped the shower scene to make me look weird. They drugged me and told me to say stuff. And being a victim, I look at people like they're the biggest dumbasses. I never seen or talked to anybody before the FBI. I never even had my neighbors in my home. I move into this new house. My doors kicked in while we're gone by the 6th day. By the 2nd week, I'm stabbing around in the front yard, collapsing in front of the neighbor. Kept saying, I don't know what's wrong with me. Heart's racing through my neck. I got bruises on me. Okay? I've been throwing up, almost passing out, severe infection, and the only thing new is that house and the well water's dirty. I'm showering in it. And I go to Altman Family Physicians and I tell them I think it's the dirty well water killing me. Thought it was giving me cancer. Had orange, lemon, grapefruit sized bruises all over me. Personal infection until I couldn't hardly go to the bathroom. Been throwing up, dizzy, headache, and almost passing out. Lost 18 pounds before I called the FBI. Lost another 70 in protective custody. Now, I never seen or talked to anybody. And you find out rapists, drug dealers were scamming you like this. What the hell are people laughing at? And you know, with everything that happened to me, do you know how many people walk around me? Nobody would ever even talk to the FBI with what happened to her. Nobody trusts them. That agent told on her for calling for help and then left her there. Let all this happen here. No one would even ever trust him. I'll tell you what, if that agent wanted to give the FBI a black eye, he'd give them two. Because nobody trusts him. I've had children say the FBI betrayed her. Other ones, they let her live through all that and didn't even pay her. And everybody talks about that agent stealing my money. There's a good chance where Sheriff David, Mike DeWine's cousin, said, you know, he's so arrogant with you. He stole your money and he did it openly in front of people. He stole others and got away with it. With him not being with FBI within 3 months, they either arrested him or he took everybody's money he stole from and ran. In like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office, until they put me in another witness protection program and stay informant for life. That's why when they pull my fingerprints, it says that these fingerprints are sealed. FBI informant. Like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said, you can't get out. They can only put you in another witness protection program. Get the money for opening the case. I almost died several times. And that agent went around telling on me to all the church people, admitted on a recorded line. He told on me, seen by hundreds, seen by the police telling on me. Bullies me, laughs at me that they're trying to kill me. He knows they're trying to kill me and he didn't arrest them. Makes me beg for my life, makes fun of me for some guy named Pete and how he's been illegally taping me and running the scam on me. And how I don't know. I still never met my rapist. Where you're making fun of me? Like they said, that idiot can't hire a stalker. And he hired a serial rapist. He hired the drug cartel. Okay? And then lists me an informant with money immunity and then threatens me if I tell. He don't even have the authority. He's just a cop. He bullshitted all these people while he's been stealing in front of them. Everybody go online and turn him in. You know, people run around. I have no charges. I have no accusations. I have one traffic ticket from 1989 and I paid my ticket. They're all lying to you. And I was never found insane. There's no court order. Hmm? Get it? They just lied. They're just running around lying. And that's all they're doing is lying. I call them the Pinocchio group. The liar, liar, pants on fire cult. I named them. When you realize the only thing they're doing is running around lying, turn them in. It's a cartel scamming people. Do you want them to do that to you? Because who's going to stop them? I'm going to put this.